Welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another anime review. And this time around, we're going to be talking about The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2. This is a show that's been a long time waiting. The original one came out back in mid-2013, so it's been a hot minute, nearly 10 years getting Season 2. It's one of those things where it's a show is like, will this ever get a Season 2, or it's forgotten. I enjoyed Season 1. I rewatched a little bit of it, even though it took me a long time to figure out where to watch it. But I was happy to see where Season 2 was going to lead in. I read a little bit of it prior, after Season 1 ended. And so kind of jumping into the talks on Season 2, because we're continuing our escapades as Lord Satan Mao continues just living for the most part, a normal life on Earth with the cast of Emmy, his general, the hero Emmy, his main lead general Ashia, the fallen angel Urushihara, the lovable Chiho, and I remember she was like the church spy Suzuno. And you know, these are like the main cast you're going to be seeing. So the first thing I wanted to double check was the original show was produced by the studio White Fox, and Season 2 was produced by Studio 3H or 3 Hertz. And they did a decent job. There's nothing too much to complain about. There's a couple scenes for sure that were like pretty sketchy, but they did a fine job. There wasn't too much to really, bog down the show, and the art style is pretty much similar. Nothing too big of a change. There's a few bland moments, but you can overlook it. But there are some moments, and there's some animation points where it's like there were some cut corners here and there. Yeah, for sure. For Season 2, for sure, it's weird. It's weird waiting almost 10 years for Season 2. It's not impossible. There's a lot of shows that like take a while. Luckily for an animated show, you don't have to worry about. The only thing you have to worry about is more of the fandom and stuff like that. But for context, there's already been stuff to build upon. And for this, how many episodes was this? 12 episodes, I believe. Yeah, this 12 episode season. The plot they're continuing on with is pretty. It's not uninteresting because it's building upon more lore of Mao and Emmy, and basically a little bit more of Anti-Isla and kind of how everything works, which is kind of cool. And it introduces a very lovable character, and it's just this weird dynamic. And I was hoping, here's the thing, you get an interesting buildup of character development in Season 1, which I really enjoyed, to then get into Season 2, and you would hope it's just a slight continuation. I know the production, it's been years in the making, but the story should still continue reasonably over, and it just didn't feel that way. It's just pretty lackluster, pretty basic. There are certain scenes where I was like hoping for a little bit more. It just felt underwhelming at times. There's some fun fight scenes, some cheesy fight scenes, but I don't know, it just didn't feel like a good Season 2. Mostly after just waiting so long for a Season 1. It's just pretty basic, which is sad to say, because it wasn't bad. That's the thing. It's like, it was okay, and I was like, okay. I don't know, maybe I was expecting a little too much, and that's the sad part. I was really excited for season 2. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it was just my own expectation kind of faltering. And you know, this is, it feels like it's supposed to get a season 3. Hopefully it does not take another 8 to 9 years, almost a decade, to get another one. Just to kind of, because this season's a midway point for sure to lead into the next part. There's a lot of plots here and there that leaves plot holes, basically. I think that's the issue, is just there's a lot of building blocks which doesn't lead to any conclusion for season 2, or no true conclusion, and that's what's very disappointing for season 2 as far as the story. There are some fun introductions to characters, some lore developments, but nothing to pull the audience, in my opinion, and that's the disappointing part. And yeah, that's kind of really it. It's nothing more I can really say. It was an okay season, and I was hoping for a little bit more, but yeah, no, it wasn't what I was expecting, and that's my own fault for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of season 2 of The Devil is a Part-Timer. Were you happy that Mao and the gang were back? Were you slightly disappointed, or did you not care at all? Once again, thanks again for watching or listening. Until next time, see ya.